Ooh wee. Here we have an anti-venom. Uh-oh. So, anti-venom. Huh. Yes. A version of Venom. Yes, correct. There's some little art on the box and stuff like that too. Let me adjust this real quick. Here we go. All right. So, Eddie Brock thought his life has turned around after being transformed into a powerful Venom and devoting his life to the destruction of Spider-Man. Instead, he was abandoned by the Venom symbiote and left for dead, with the new Venom taking his place, later given new lease on life by the mysterious Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative is actually a weird villain, more of a crime boss type. He's actually in the Spider-Man game, first one for PlayStation, so look him up. The return of Venom triggered a dramatic transformation within Eddie, and Anti-Venom was born, now fighting a new war free of the symbiote. Anti-Venom's true agenda will be revealed. Yes. So supposedly with this guy is if he comes in contact with anything that's unnatural of you. So if you weren't born with it, like say Spider-Man with his radioactive powers was bitten by a radioactive spider, which is almost like a disease. So the disease actually will be cured by this guy. The other symbiotes, which is kind of a cancer being thrown on you, same thing. So if you're a mutant, I think you're safe because you're born with it. So it's not really a negative impact on your body. Even though Spider-Man is a hero, he still has radioactive blood in him, which was given to him by a radioactive spider, which is not born with. So, and of course, here you got Captain Marvel and Wolverine. Not bad. Anyways, this is Marvel Select. Most of their toys are diorama related. So this one has been rough, you can tell. I did buy it used from a toy store, and it looked like it had better days. So the year on this thing is 2008, right there. All right, so now we're gonna get this Joker open and see how crazy this thing is. So, all right. So let's rip it from the corner here. So obviously I'm just gonna throw this thing away. All right, real quick, see what this is all about. What's this? What's this? What's this? Join the revelation. Okay. Diamond Select Toys. Diamond Select also has some really cool statues and stuff too. So, yeah, Diamond Select Toys, licensed product. Here's some more of the stuff. See, most of it is actually, like I said, dioramas. They all come with some kind of base and stuff. So you can complete a whole set. Not bad. All right, so let's get inside. Let's get our guy out. Well, that was pretty easy. Pop them out like that. Of course, it's kind of cool over here on the background here. You got a little comic book thing going on here, but I love that picture. He looks sick. He looks evil. All right. So now we got a piece of the symbiote out. Yes, he's like a whitish gray going on here with black details, accents. Here's his little base here. All right. So you got the steps here, little peg holes there. That's solid, pretty much. I mean, you can probably break those, be careful. Hollow bottom, just like their actual statues. So, cool. So, he was probably like 25 bucks, maybe. A lot of these guys are pretty cheap for some reason, even though they look really cool. On here, too, you got pieces of the symbiote and stuff, too. I like that. So, and I guess that's like just trash. Looks like some kind of jar there, a broken piece of something. So you got some bricks, some wood laying around, like you went through a building or something. So that's cool. So I'm gonna put that to the side real quick. Here's the other piece here, another bigger piece of the symbiote. Wow. Okay. See black details and stuff, grayish. So I think the comics they usually make them white. So now move those out of the side. Now he's kind of tethered in there. I'm gonna see if these scissors will let me cut this stuff out here. Or not. So with these, you usually gotta twist them out of there. So I'm trying to just cut that one. And then you got some on the hands. Yeah, that's like way in there. So what we're gonna do is just turn them around real quick, like so. Boom. All right. Turn them around. So we got some. All right, gonna get rid of this here. Man. Well, that's bogus. Let's see, can I get that? Squeeze in there. This should be like behind the scenes stuff of me struggling to open stuff. That'd be a kind of a fun little video. I'm like, how does he get everything open? Well, some things I like to actually open to show you guys how hard it is to actually get some of this stuff out, like some of these. So what I'm trying to just doing is trying to cut the tip and bend it at the same time. So we got the one already there on his chest. We got this side over here. So some things are just really not meant to open. But you gotta open them. That's how you play with them. All right, let's shove that to the side. All right, there he is. Yes, there's our guy. So as you see here, he has a really evil look going on. Anti-Venom is, I guess, supposed to be like a anti-hero, kind of like Venom itself, but all he wants to do is cure things. Like, that's what he does. That's his new calling. His mouth doesn't move. His head turns a 180 pretty much. Arms spin completely around. All right. And then, of course, he's got pivot in his elbow. Hand, a giant claw right there, moves completely around. He can also do a 360 right there. You can do a 360 on his leg. No, he can't do the splits. Okay, that's good. And he has a joint, of course, in his knee, but he can only bend so far. Then his foot, yep, up and down. But also, it's really rough because, this thing's feeling sticky, so it's probably been packaged, like, literally in the heat. Everything just laying around and stuff. So I'm going to adjust the camera so we can get a better look. I do like that spider symbol, though. That's cool. That is cool. See, he has black accents on there and he's white. So it's pretty much like the opposite, reverse of our favorite Venom, our favorite symbiote. Got little spikes and stuff going on in there. All right. Now I'm going to adjust the camera so we can actually get the diorama kind of set up. All right. Now, since I got that adjusted, so we saw the character, we saw his movements and stuff. We've seen his base. So we're going to put him in the base. So 2 peg holes, obviously. And you got the pegs here. So we're going to try not to be too rough with it, but these things are a little harder than like NECA, because I already broke a NECA today. All right, so I got him in there. Nice, got him in there. He feels kind of heavy, so I'm gonna try to lean him back a little bit. All right, so I got him there. Now I want him, like he's reaching out. There, nice. There's a nice little pose. Let's stay. Come back, twist him a little bit. All right, now we gotta see where this part goes. Well, pretty sure it goes here. The little lineup part there, nice. So that snaps right in. All right. Of course, you got this bigger piece here. That's where this part goes in. So cool. Now we're gonna put that together there. There's our guy. Yeah, pretty sick, huh? Anti-Venom, Diamond Select. These are some really sturdy characters. These action figures are awesome. Like I said, they come with the bases, which makes even better. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoy. Tell me what kind of Diamond Selects you guys have, and leave me a comment about it. So I had this. I had a Magneto and some other stuff before, but this is probably one of my favorites. I might actually have to get a Venom and a Spider-Man related. Maybe I can make a diorama thing going on, like a little war zone. But yes, he is badass. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoy the pictures and the little videos I have next. Until next time, kiddies. Until next time.